Hello everyone, it's SpursRail96 here and welcome to another Train Sim World Free live stream. For today's live stream, I thought I'd hop across the pond, so to speak, from the UK, which I've been covering fairly recently, routes old and new-ish, as well as local add-ons. I'll be taking a look at the New York Harlem line, which I haven't done in a very long time, so I'm very much looking forward to this. Mainly passenger commuter services. So yeah, looking forward to it. Let's have some fun. We will do... I think we'll do the lucky number 7. And we will do... let's have a look. I think we will do this train here. A local... train from Grand Central Terminal to North White Plains. I think that'll do very nicely. As always, hope you've had a good start to the new week that is upon us. I know, time is going seemingly faster and faster by the day. Very what was I going to say? I don't know. Forgot what I was going to say. Brain's not working today. It's been a very hectic day today. Operate a local train from Grand Central Terminal to North White Plains. An 8-car train. I think that's like 3 sets connected together. Reverser into the forward position, desk brightness to minimal, gauge lights on, charge the brakes, turn the marker lights off, set the auxiliary lights to its maximum brightness, brakes should be fully charged, there we go. What switches have we got here to mess with? PIS, that's enclosed, excellent. The alert cut out, I'll leave that open. AC, SES, don't like it one bit. ATC, I do like, so I will keep that on. It's turned on, isn't it? Yeah, it was turned on, wasn't it? I'm fairly confident of that. Did close it? Yeah, it was closed. Alright, so here we are in Grand Central Terminal, right in the heart of New York City, and unfortunately, it's in total darkness. Camera angle there. There we are. Which is I want? This one on the left. There it is, the M7A in the blue and silver livery of Metro North Railroad. And this train is going to southeast. Sadly, this route doesn't have the Train Sim World Free lighting. I think it will look much better in darker conditions, but hey ho. That's the way it goes. Let's go, go, go. Hey, forgot how powerful that was. Takes off like a Formula 1 car. Anyway, our first station stop is Harlem 125th Street. That is exactly 4 miles away. So pretty much most of the way from Grand Central Terminal to Harlem 125th Street will be predominantly underground. And the speed limit will be quite slow as well, at least in the next 2,600 feet. Put on the brakes a little bit, and then take it off again. There we are. I haven't even got the live chat up. That's clever of me. Let's get that up. That would be a wise thing to do. Just reduce the brakes. Reduce the speed once more. There we go. I've just got to wait for the thing to load up here on my phone. There we go. I'll send my lows to Liam, Thierry and Andrew. Yeah, my day's been not too bad, thank you Andrew. A little bit hectic, but made it through in one piece so far. Still a fair few hours of the day left. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long this route is off the top of my head. I think it's, what, 23, 24 miles, which isn't the longest, it has to be said. I would have liked to have seen the route maybe extended a little bit more, maybe. I wouldn't know where, to be honest with you. I don't know my knowledge of Metro North. I don't have much knowledge of Metro North Railroad, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think an extension may be like eking out by another 10 or 12 miles. I think that'll be much more. I think the experience will be much more enjoyable, maybe to an extent. More things to do, longer journeys. But I think the route length we have is not too bad. You got a fair amount of services to do. The local one, stopping services where you stop at every station, can take over an hour in some cases, depending on the time of day you conduct a local or stop service. And that obviously varies throughout the day in terms of how long it may take, because of rush hour in the early morning and late afternoon / early evening. We're doing this service at near enough 9 o'clock ish at night in the game, which is actually near enough the same as in real time. So I don't think it'll be too busy, but I'm not really sure. I don't know about the night pattern on the New York Harlem line, so it will be an interesting one. But it certainly sounds good, the M7A, and I do prefer it to the M3, which may sound weird, considering how much I like historic multiple units or locomotives. Hey Banana Craft, nice to see you, hope you're well. Liam's had a terrible day today, oh dear, sorry to hear that. Well, as always, tomorrow is a new day, and always the opportunity for, well, a much better day. Monday's always a miserable start to the week. Just looking forward to Friday already. Hey, TY Southern Rail fan, nice to see you, hope you're well. Thierry had his hair cut today after 3 months. Blimey, 3 months. That's a long time. I think the longest I've been without a haircut is roughly that. I think it was during the very first lockdown. I can't remember when was the lockdown started. The very first one was in March time, wasn't it? Mid-March. And then, oh, it's snowing. A blizzard, a gale in New York City. And I think I had a haircut in June of that year, so quite a long time. I have a haircut once a month. That's actually not true. Not once a month. Every 6 weeks. I think, off the top of my head. My brain is not working today. It really isn't. Doing very well for time, which is good. Liam today, day in 5 words. Boring, driving, money, purchase, gamed. Fair enough. Alright, here we are at Harlem 125th Street. Ooh, struggling a wee bit with the slippery, icy rails. I'll have to put some sand. This train does have a sander, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure it does. I'll put some sand on the rails, I think. Whilst we're at a standstill for the next minute or two. Must be one of the sand somewhere. Sand coupling key, marker lights, wiper, door override, car wash. Does that do anything? I've never known it had a car wash button before. I'd be damned. I've had this DLC for Lord knows how long, and I've never noticed it having a car wash button. I don't think this has a sander, does it? Where's the gauge lights? No, I don't think it has, does it? Anything up here? Nope, 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 nope. There's the doors. No, it doesn't. Oh, I hope that actually does something on the outside. Like sprays a little jet of water or something on the windows or something like that. What have we got? No, there wouldn't be a sander here, would there? I guess not. Wheel slip, traction, no. There's no sander. Oh, what a shame. It could be very useful. Nothing up here. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, never mind. Okay, the next station stop is Crestwood. It is exactly 12 miles away. Wonderful. Right, we're crossing the famous bridge. Luckily it's not famous enough because I can't remember the name of it. It's one of the standout long landmarks of this route. This little piece of trackage down here I think is used by CSX for their freight operations in and around the city. I should have really done this service near Christmas time, shouldn't I? Oh well. Still an interesting challenge, regardless. And I can actually see where I'm going, because some lights, in particular on some UK stock, the lights are just not bright enough at all. But thankfully with the M7 unit, the lights are very bright, so I can see, and hopefully you can see, what's in front of us. Hey Alfie, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Liam, 5 months is the longest I've had. Haven't had a haircut, not including lockdown. Okay, fair enough. Liam, thanks for reminding me. The barber paid. Well, good grief. Got released today. I let him go as he was going to. Oh, I was going to say that's a hell of a lot of money for a haircut. More like a waste of money to me, to be honest with you. Crikey. That looks a little bit low, doesn't it? Blimey. Can the M7 fit under that? Wow. That ceiling of a tunnel looks a little bit low for my liking. 10 miles to go until Crestwood. I don't know. I thought it said, pressing wrong button. Wrong buttons. I think it was a local service. It said on the timetable description. So maybe this isn't a local. Probably a semi-fast, like you said. Oh well, never mind. At least we'll get it done. Speed limit will be increasing to 75 miles per hour very, very shortly. Alfie's going to Germany, Deutschland. Oh, very nice. Hope you have a great time. TY7 rail fan, they blow the horn once when they approach a station, either if it stops or not. I was going to say, because they don't have a bell, do they, on the M3 or the M7? So they would have to use the horn maybe a little bit more often than on other railroads. But that's just a guess. It'd be interesting to know why they don't have a bell, and that's not just Metro North, that's Long Island Railroad as well. Presume it's, I don't know, not to wake people up, I suppose, or going through a quiet residential area. Who knows? No, Banana Craft, you're right. The Bakerloo trains do not have a sander. 7.8 miles to go until Crestwood. Should have to go outside the cab and see how far away it was. That's true. Liam, I brought a game today on Xbox called Oh, that's a shame. Don't have your livery in the game. I'm sure you can create one maybe if they have a livery editor thing. Yeah, that's a good price, that. Hopefully it's a lot of fun and worth your money. Liam Spurs made a new Kane song, make it family friendly. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Orange is not crap, that's for sure. He's won more trophies than your manager. Crestwood is just under 6 miles away. Let's increase the power, get the speed up a bit more. Here in the UK, they would only sound the horn if they were approaching a platform. Well, some do, some don't. I suppose it varies on who's driving it, I suppose. If it was me, I wouldn't sound the horn all the time I'd approach. Every time I'd approach a station, be it at speed or stopping at that station. Maybe departing from a station, yeah, I would actually sound the horn. I wouldn't sound the horn approaching a station, be it at speed or slowly coming to a stop. Just under 5 miles to go until Crestwood. I suppose in the US it is a rule that you have to sound the horn whilst you're thundering through a station at speed. If you don't have a bell, then the other alternative is the horn. Liam, at least our manager, has played football and is at the team he played with and has an attitude like he is on the pitch still. Yeah, well, he's young, isn't he? I mean, he is learning. Every game, you know, you'll always something new to learn, be that your position, the type of way that team may play, the players they may have. So is Arteta a good manager? Yeah, he's a good young manager. yeah, nothing more to say about it really. It would be nice to see what Arteta could do if he went to another club, because he's not going to be at Arsenal forever. So yeah, if he was to be presented with another opportunity to manage in a different club, maybe a different league, then it'd be interesting to see if he really is the complete package. Ange Postecoglou is the complete package. You know, he's managed in national level, in his own country, internationally as well, very successful. Won multiple leagues and cups everywhere he's been. I mean, people say that, you know, winning these league titles in, you know, Australia or Japan or what was it, Greece, I think he managed, international level as well, and Scotland, you know, they say all these leagues and cup competitions that he's managed in is easy as pie, and it's just not the case. Any top league will be incredibly difficult to win at. So yeah, I think Ange is the best choice we could get. Certainly playing a much better style of football, and has a proven track record of you know, developing young, hungry players. So I think, you know, as the season progresses, I think Spurs will get stronger. If we sign another striker before the window closes, then I think we'll be very competitive going forward. Yeah, the new players will take time to adjust to the environment of playing in the Premier League, and, you know, the culture of England as well. But I only see positive things. I think we played very well against Brentford. Arguably we should have won, but it's not easy. You know, going to Brentford is a tough place to come. I mean, all of the teams I've played at Brentford have not been able to get points. Arsenal lost against Brentford, quite comfortably, if I remember. Liverpool lost there. Both Manchester clubs lost there, and Spurs have come away from there with no defeat. So it shows that certainly the mentality of the players is strong, and the determination is there to, you know, to fight back from adversity and get some points. Maybe not 3 points, but a point is better than a defeat, hands down. So I think we'll be in a very good position come the end of the season. Certainly better than where we finished last season. I think we will. I think we'll be close to finishing within the top 6 positions, no doubt about it, no question. Right, here we are at Crestwood. Absolutely chucking it down. It's literally a blizzard. A blizzard in the city that never sleeps. Well, we've got to wait quite a while, which is good. And gone to a team that has won trophies. There was only won 2 instead of Ange winning 0 in the Premier League. Well, of course he hasn't been able to win trophies in the Premier League. He's only just arrived. I mean, that comment is stupid. You know, I mean, just because he's literally been through the door 5 minutes in the Premier League, and I think produced a very good result. I thought the performance was very good. Maybe it's because you're an Arsenal fan and you don't like the way Spurs played. I know I watched a game where you played Nottingham Forest, and I thought you played very well in the first half. second half, you struggled a little bit. Nottingham Forest came back, and arguably they could have got a point out of the game. And let's not get carried away. It's a win against Nottingham Forest, a very tough team. Lots of new players have come through the door at Nottingham Forest, and they are a tough team to play against and get results. I think, Arsenal's record against Nottingham Forest speaks for itself. It hasn't been great. You lost the title mathematically to Nottingham Forest. I think they dumped you out of the FA Cup, whereas Tottenham, every time they've played Nottingham Forest, have come out with maybe not the best performances, but certainly the better results, no question. So, I think it's naive. I think to think, saying he's got no trophies in the Premier League when he's only just started. Anything can happen in the Premier League. We could have said the same for Leicester like 5, 6, 7 years ago. What happens? They win the Premier League, they win the FA Cup, they get to semi-finals of Champions League, which is a very hard thing to do. So, no, I think Ange Postecoglou will do well. I honestly think he will. He is the right manager for the club. Certainly by the way we play under him, it'll be miles better than what I've experienced watching Spurs, certainly in the past 2, 3, 4 years. Anyway, the next stop is Scarsdale. Is that right? Scarsdale. It's an interesting name. Just over 2 miles away. I think I need to have a cup of tea. I'm a little bit... mouth is a bit dry. My Scarsdale isn't that far away, is it? Banana craft, that can't be a thing, as if you live next to a platform, that would get really annoying at 11 AM at night having train horns going off. I suppose it will be annoying, but if you live in the middle of a big city like London or New York, I imagine you're always going to hear loud things, sirens of emergency services going by. I imagine that's very annoying, and it is annoying, as I know from experience. But does it matter? I don't know, really. I suppose if you don't sound the horn at 11 AM at night, it's one less thing to not get irritated about, I suppose. But it's a game. You can do what we want, can't we? That's the beauty of it. That's a train spotters. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, fair. Whistle board, yeah, too. You sound the horn. Sound the horn when you see a W sign. Need to get on the brakes here. Whoa, brake. That's totally fine. We've got a lot of platform to make use of. Here we are at Scarsdale. Liam sadly have to inform another player has gone to Saudi Arabia. Neymar. Yeah, I've heard about that, and yeah. Neymar's never been my favourite player, so yeah, I couldn't care what he really does in Saudi Arabia. Liam, hungry players in that case. Kane was foil on the left side for his. Said it. Well, I mean, and Kane gave his all for the club, no question about it. Became the club's all-time top goal scorer, and sadly, it just didn't work out. And came to a point where I think it was the right time for him to move on. You know, he's given a hell of a lot to the club over the years. I mean, he was a very young boy when he joined the club, and now he's come out a fully grown man. So yeah, he gave his all for the club, no question. And I think time's right for a change, and not just for him, but for the club as well. Can't always be reliable on Mr. Kane, but now he's gone. Hopefully he does well for Bayern Munich. Right, the next stop is Hartsdale. Liam, can you be honest, was that a penalty to Brentford? Oh, in the game you mean? Spurs game. Just trying to think back of the penalty. I would say it was a tad harsh, but you know, in this micromanaged world of the Premier League, moment there's contact, regardless how light it is, it unfortunately is a penalty. Maybe 10 years ago it wouldn't have counted as a penalty, but sadly that's the way the Premier League has become. So yeah, you just got to be really, really careful now these days, I'm afraid. I don't think it was a penalty, but it would have always been a penalty because of the video referee always on the watch. Thierry Florida once banned horns, but after the amount of accidents at crossings went up, the ban was lifted. Oh, really? I never knew that. There we are. Yeah, the M7 does have good brakes, so significantly better than the M3. The M3 takes a little bit longer at full braking. The M7 is a little bit more snappy. That's very true. Well, that's what I've experienced. Andrew, any biscuits to have a cup of tea? Yes, I do. I have... How many do I have? 3 biscuits. I need to have a drink. I didn't see the Newcastle game, Liam. Didn't watch the highlights either. The only games I caught a glimpse of was what was it? The first game on Friday night, Burnley and Manchester City. Then I watched Sheffield and Crystal Palace, and then Tottenham versus Brentford. Right, let's go to our final stop, which is... Is that the last stop? No, it's not. It might be, actually. Oh no, it's not North White Plains, is it? So, White Plains is the next station stop, and is not the final destination. Apologies there for confusing you. Is the tea still hot, or is it iced tea? Oh, it's in the middle, warmish. Warm, but not as hot as it was. Oh well, I'll still drink it. TOD M7 is like the US version of the 700 when it comes to braking. Oh, I can see where you're coming from there. I can see where you're coming from there. I haven't driven the 700 enough, to be honest with you. I only drove it on that stream I did. Looking at the 700 for the first time, and that's about it. I haven't really been on Train Sim World as much, other than doing these streams. I've just been so busy lately, and plus I had a holiday, which was nice. Yeah, but at home, normally spending a lot more time with the kittens downstairs. Mainly cleaning up after them and hoovering the floors again and again and again. I think I've never used the my Dyson Hoover as much as I've done in the past. I think I've lost count. I think I use it like at least 2 or 3 times a day. That's just for the cats. I think on Friday, me and my mum have decided we're going to tackle a house cleaning wise. Roll up our sleeves and tackle the floors. Definitely, they need to be properly done. So we can open the platform, open the doors on both sides. Unlock both. Love the sound the doors make. One thing I would like to see from Dovetail is, you know, they've updated a few timetables in the past, and more, I presume, are planned, like Peak Forest. For example, New York Trenton is getting an updated timetable. I'd like to see the Long Island Railroad get an updated timetable. I think it'll probably do that route justice. Because that route is way too quiet. I mean, it's longer than this route and has more branches. I should open the door, shouldn't I? I don't know why I decided to close it. But yeah, I think the Long Island Railroad could do with a new timetable. I mean, they've done it on routes in the past, like what I'm trying to think of. Southeastern High Speed is 2 different timetables now. Curl Aachen, London Underground. I think London Commuter, but I'm not entirely sure. I know the timetables are different on some platforms compared to the I would say newer consoles, but they're more current gen consoles now, aren't they? PC. Very glad to see that the tail lights are switched on. That's nice. North White Plains is indeed the final stop. Whoops. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I mean, I had a feeling Manchester United was going to win against Wolves. Wolves are a broken team at the moment, a broken club, which is sad because I quite like Wolves. I admire them very much. Yeah, so I've heard Thierry. I have heard the 700 scenarios are certainly more eye-catching than scenarios of the past. I think... I don't know, I mean, I've been a bit going backwards and forwards about whether I should do some scenario videos again. I'm not really sure if it's not because I don't want to, it's just I don't think I have time. I mean, I've got so much stuff to cover in my timetabled series. I think once I get up to date with that series, maybe I'll have a look at making some scenario videos again. But and again, there's so many scenarios in the game. It's like, which one do you start with? Here we are at our final destination, which is North White Plains. Here we are at North White Plains. That didn't go too bad. In the winter wonderland. And at night time too. That's normally a recipe for disaster. Not this time. Anyway, let's return to the main menu and see what else we can have a play at. As always, if you've enjoyed the stream so far, make sure to hit the thumbs up button below, and if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Right, what else can we have a little play with? I'm not doing any more snow. I've had enough of that. Operate revenue deadhead service. Okay, that's taking the train out of service. Local train from Mount Vernon West to Grand Central Terminal. That sounds very tempting. Operating express from Grand Central Terminal to North White Plains. That felt like an express, and yet that service we did says operate a local train. Bit odd. Local train from Mount Vernon West Yard to Grand Central Terminal. I don't think we'll do that. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Which train it will be, I don't know. I think it will be an M7 again. It is indeed the M7. Charge the brakes. Test light to 0. Marker lights off. Headlights on. Oh, I'd love to know what that car wash thing does. Shame I can't see from the outside. Why is that turned off? Turn on. Car wash. I mean, this train's in a pretty grubby state as it is, but... probably just a button you just press just for pressing's sake. But it would be cool if like had some little jets of spray or water. Or unless it's like a specific mode when you take the train into the train wash or something. I'll have to have a look back at the manual of this route. That is, if it has a manual, which I'm pretty sure it should do. Most train sim world routes have a manual. So this is Mount Vernon West Yard. As you can see, we've got some freight cars here, some hoppers and tankers. Bit of a shame you can't operate some CSX services in the area. I mean, I understand it would be a little bit difficult, but I just think it would have been rather fun. I think there's another yard, isn't there, where there was some like some tankers or something just sitting around. Maybe that the yard I'm in is indeed that yard. Right, let's go to Mount Vernon West and commence the service. Now this is right in the middle of rush hour, so should be a lot more trains about. Already seen one flying past. More to come, that's for sure. Oh, lovely. Banana Craft, I've missed a platform on Bakerloo once, as it can wheel slip past the platform. I've never actually experienced a wheel slip on the Bakerloo line. The only time I can think of maybe having a wheel slip problem is in the open air. Underground, well, no, there's no rain. Well, there shouldn't be any rain on the rails underground, less water, yeah, unless the stations are flooding. Then the only point I can remember maybe having a wheel slip like problem on Bakerloo is maybe when the rain's chucking it down near Queen's Park or something like that. Here we are. Let's unlock the doors and allow the passenger boarding procedures to commence. There's a nice little stream there. I suppose the disappointing thing about this route is the scenery. It's very repetitive. Same old building assets. You know, it would have been nice to have some unique structures, as it is, you know, it's going through into the heart of New York City. It would have been nice to have seen some of the more eye-catching landmarks, you know, like your Empire State Buildings, your maybe World Trade Centers and Chrysler Buildings and all that stuff. Got the PIS system there, full working order, apart from this platform. No train stops on this platform, clearly. These are all working order, which is good. Andrew, I can't have biscuits as I'm on Slimming World. Oh no. Liam, you should have, which is that robot vacuum thing. Does all the vacuuming for you. Yeah, it's tempting, but I think the kittens will try and destroy it and knock it off course and, I don't know, try and rip it apart, knowing them. So maybe having a robo vacuum cleaner isn't the best time. Banana Croft need to put the M9 on the Long Island Railroad, yes. That would be cool to see. I'd like to see the Metro North Railroad M8 make an appearance on the Harlem line. That will, I think that'll be quite welcome to see. A lot of US Rail fans would certainly be excited to see that if that was to come to the game. I would. I'm not even American. Here about Peak Forest at Buxton, there is 2 stations next to each other, a LMS and LNWR one, so it would have been nice to have seen LNWRAI. I don't know, could Dovetail do that? Maybe the locomotives aren't appropriate for representing the brand of it, maybe? I don't know. I don't know, maybe Dovetail will add AI that pretends to be, you know, part of the LNWR. Let's get on the brakes for the next station stop, which is Wakefield. That will do. Oh no, sad to hear that, Liam. Oh dear, never a nice thing that. Poor guy. Thierry, I've only missed stations by not paying attention. My worst one was on Southeastern High Speed of a 12 car 375 for Sittingbourne. Oh dear. Don't worry, I've had many of those moments in the past. And, yeah, there'll be more to come. For sure. If you've ever listened to Gangster's Paradise, I highly recommend you listen to the original Pastime Paradise. What's that all about then? Never heard of it. Was that a podcast or something? Sounds like a podcast to me. Not too far from the next station, which is Woodlawn. This bit of the route I like. Going through the little forest here. Nice to see some natural scenery rather than an urban jungle all the time. This is a small station platform. Oh, Where am I? There we are. This is Wood Lawn. Which one haven't you heard of? Both of them. Both of them tea area. Never heard of them. Hey, Sub-Zero Scorpion. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. How do you like the Harlem line? I do. I really like the Harlem line. Ever since I've got it, every time I go on it, I always enjoy it. It's not the busiest timetable, but it feels busy. It feels busy. In particular in the rush hour. Like between 6 and 9 AM. But I really enjoy it. I think it's a good little route. Scenery could be a bit better, not gonna lie. Would be nice to see some more of the unique landmarks in New York City. But other than that, I've little to complain about. Love the M7A, more so than the M3. Nice different variation in traction and their driving characteristics. Nice to see the brand of Metro North Railroad in Train Sim World. And yeah, the route could be a little bit more, but you know, with the stations we've got, I think it's not too bad. And undulations as well is a great surprise. You know, quite a bit of steep gradients you will find on this small but busy little route. So I like it. Easily better than Long Island Railroad, hands down, hands down. Right, the next stop is Williams Bridge. Here we are at Williams Bridge, another short, stubby platform. So this is Williams Bridge. Blimey, good thing there's no traffic on this highway. Or this big street. People will get wiped out. I'm surprised there's no traffic lights. Liam Gangster's Paradise is only known by being the song for the one and only. Oh, Harry Maguire, alright. Both songs, Listen After the Stream, Coolio and Stevie Wonder, really? I'll definitely take a listen to that. The next station stop is Botanical Gardens. Love the horns. Very, very good horns. And I think they actually transfer the new horns for these units to the old M7 and M3 on Long Island Railroad, which is a nice touch. Oh, overstepped the mark on this one. Oh dear. Maybe not. God, these brakes are good. So this is Botanical Gardens then. Nice big garden. Nice natural park. Sub-Zero Scorpion, I played Northeast Corridor Scenario and saw Long Island Railroad at Penn Station. Yeah, I've heard of that. It was ironic at the beginning of that new route's launch that it had scenarios of Long Island Railroad stock, but the timetable did not. Gladly, that is being rectified. I look forward to having a go on not just a new timetable, but the route in general. I've yet to take a trip on the New York-Trenton route. The next stop is Fordham. And there we are. Very unique station. Part of it being under the road, and the other half not. Oh, it's not a road, it's just a station building. Alright, my bad. Oh no, it kind of is under the road. Alright. The next stop is Tremont, or Tremont. Liam, rest in peace, Coolio, by the way. Yeah, never heard of him. But yeah, rest in peace to him, I suppose. I've heard of Stevie Wonder, but not this Coolio person. Whoops, I've overstepped the mark there. Oh well, I was bound to make a mistake at some stage. How bad was I? Oh, well, I got some of the train on. That is a very, very short platform. Could barely fit 2 cars on the platform. Oh, right, I see. That's a shame. Right, the next stop is Melrose. So you can catch that M3. Yeah, that train's going to be just going straight through the station. So we are approaching Melrose. We've time to spare. Excellent. Another short but sweet platform. And there we go. Another station ticked off the list. Not long to go now. One more station, and then we will reach our. We will reach Grand Central Terminal. Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Dovetail should have the New Haven line. That would be good to see, actually, New Haven line. I don't know if Dovetail have the license for it, though. They should do, shouldn't they? I think it's on the Metro North New Haven line. I might be completely wrong. I don't know. That's a broad guess. Liam, I miss most stations as you get distracted when I'm looking at the speedometer trying to see the train's max speed. Oh dear. Oh, you're not sure if you have this route, Banana Craft. Alright, fair enough. It's not a bad route, not a bad route at all. I don't know if it's on a discount or anything, but maybe at a discount, maybe pick it up. The second to last stop is Harlem 125th Street. A nice little one Sears Xbox car just sitting in the siding. What a lonely place to be. Too far now from Harlem 125th Street. We've got the bridge to get over first. Any freight trains out and about today? Not today. There's normally an AI freight train that goes underneath the bridge on that single section of track. Do these trains in real life have or not trains I should say, but do Metro North as a brand, do they still employ a guard to be on the trains? Or have the trains become more advanced to a point where they don't need a guard anymore? Or maybe just don't need a guard in general. There we are. Here we are at Harlem 125th Street. Whole train fit on the platform? Oh no, it didn't. Oh dear. We've got another train coming up behind us. Hope it stops. Should do. That can occasionally happen on this route. You know, trains having to literally stop very close together. Better get a shift on. Let that train enter the station. Let's skedaddle. Let's go to our final stop, which is Grand Central Terminal. Sub-Zero Scorpion, I'm very familiar with the Harlem line. I used to live in New York. Ah, right. So you're the expert then. You know a lot more about the Harlem line, or the Metro North in general, than I do. I will use the M3 in a minute. Try and see if I can get it on a service from the small branch line. That one there, Yankees E153 Street, I think it's called. Now we dive under the heart of the city. We're in total darkness from now on until we reach the station platform. But not covered. The trains do sound really cool. Yeah, they certainly are unique in their sounds. Whether the sounds are exact replicas of their real life counterparts, I don't know. But I think the M7, I think certainly sounds to me. I think from what I recall, it sounds much closer to the real world version of the M7. M3, I'm not too sure. I mean, that train was rocketing down, rocketing up the, its way up to ground level there. I can't remember, did I actually turn on the safety systems? Can't remember if I did. Oh well, never mind. I don't think I turned the alerter on, but managed to, just in time. Yeah, who turned out the lights, Thierry? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to save electricity. Sub-Zero Scorpion Metro North has 3 different lines, which is 3 lines: the Hudson line, the Harlem line, and the New Haven line. Right, I see. Brown car pretty good at Bakerloo and Long Island Railroad, and pretty good at knowing where all the stops are. That's a good knowledge to. It's good knowledge to have. Long Island Railroad for me, in the middle. Bakerloo line is pretty straightforward. Most of the stations are quite close together. It's just trying to get your braking points right. But you know, you when you drive Bakerloo, you get a pretty good assumption that it's because it's so small, the Bakerloo line route length, you get a pretty good idea that the stations are going to be quite close together. Hey Simon, nice to see you, hope you're well. I thought the New Haven would have made a better choice as it's part of the Northeast Corridor. That's true. I don't know, maybe Dovetail may have both of them in. We have no idea. Things can change from now until they release the upgraded timetable, so we'll have to wait and see. Never know. Might have a few surprises in store. Hopefully good surprises, not bad ones. I think one of the collectibles, not collectibles, like the additional scenery tiles you can get en route. So one of them, I think, was like an old, disused presidential rail car tucked away somewhere in Grand Central Terminal, which I think is interesting. Only problem is because it's so dark in Grand Central Terminal, Train Sim World 2 lighting isn't great. It's quite hard to find, especially if it's tucked away on probably a very, very dark siding like over here maybe. Andrew, my little niece, is 7 years old. Put her to bed earlier. Oh, she was only in bed less than 5 minutes. She came down in tears. She wanted me. Oh, bless her. Oh, it's cute. Maybe read her a bedtime story or something like that. Liam, in this game, I'm good at proving the internet wrong sometimes. If they're wrong about the train's max speed, breaking railway laws, pretending the stations are unrequired decorations and derailing. Oh dear. Alright, here we are, stopping at track 39. Wow. Surely not the amount of platforms, surely. Still braking. There we are. Certainly busy around here. Loads of trains in Grand Central at the moment. Millions of them. It's quite a vast station to explore. What's quite cool is that you do have a loopity-loop. That's something I will have to indeed do, I think. I have to unload the passengers and then go somewhere. Probably stick it in another platform or a siding. Like down here maybe. We will wait and see, but how many trains at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trains. I mean, wow, that's the equivalent of like London Victoria level when it comes to the amount of trains in the station. The crazy thing is not all the platforms are full, so Lord knows how busy this could really be. If we were to have like an upgraded timetable on the New York Harlem line, maybe the addition of a Metro North M8 or something like that, wow, the timetable would go through the roof, especially on a tight, small route as this. Yeah, I think it's like 17 stations altogether. and there's only so many trains you could squeeze onto this route. My gosh. Here 8 days until the expected announcement. However, I highly doubt it. I'd say it's a rush hour 2 for TSW3. I agree. I've always stated, why would Dovetail change their scheduling? It's always been the case. They released their main game and let it run on a 2-year cycle. 1 year after its release, they pump out a big update. They did it for the very first Train Sim World. Like you rightly said, they did it for Train Sim World 2, and I expect it to be the same for Train Sim World 3, unless they have literally have lost confidence in Train Sim World 3's current condition. Then they're obviously going to put out maybe a new installment to maybe just completely start afresh, wipe the slate clean. But I believe that won't be the case. If it does, I'll be a bit disappointed, because I think the last thing anyone needs now is to pump out, like, I don't know, $60 or, 50, 40, 60 pounds on what could very well be just exactly the same game, on the exact same game engine, but with 3 new routes and maybe a different menu and a soundtrack and 3 new routes and maybe some minor enhancements, and that's about it. I hope I'm proved wrong, because really Train Sim World 3 should have been Train Sim World 2.0, and it really is. Unless Train Sim, the next iteration of the series, is gonna, completely overhaul the experience, maybe. Not just from a driving perspective, but from a visual perspective. Different ways to play the game, maybe, or interacting with the community. The list goes on, as well as a list as long as your arm of fixes and 2 routes and loco add-ons, old and new. But we'll have to wait and see. But roughly this time of year for Train Sim World community is always a sense of excitement, but at the same time a bit of cautiousness, if that is a word, or trepidation that it might be good, might destroy the game. We'll have to wait and see. It's important that Dovetail maintain the soul of Train Sim World from the very beginning. The core things have been there from the outset. Your training, your timetables, your scenarios, and I think it's important that they do not derail, so to speak, those key, those core pillars of Train Sim World. But hey, I don't make the game. I don't decide what direction it should go on. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Would be nice if it's a bit cheaper though. I still think from the moment Train Sim World 3 came out or was announced, I still think it's far too expensive as far as I'm concerned. If you want to attract new fans or new people into Train Sim World, then you gotta lower the price a bit. It's okay to say, well, you could, most of the routes and loco add-ons are on discounts, but that's not the point. If you want to attract new customers quickly, then you got to lower that price barrier to a degree to bring new fans on board and really, experience what Train Sim World has to offer. But hey, that's just my view. I don't make the rules. Alright, let's stop as indicated, wherever that is. Where do we have to stop? There. Okay. And do we have to then reverse into a platform or something? I don't think we do. We just leave it there, do we? Fair enough. I need to tuck into some biscuits. I haven't had any whatsoever. Banana Craft, the underground part of the platforms are not too far apart, but overground parts, they are pretty far apart for... Over Bakerloo line, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, reasonably far apart. Or 3 miles. That is a loop where you can come back around. On New York Harlem line, yeah. I just find it a bit peculiar that we have to stop there of all places. I would imagine you would have to stop there and then shuttle back into the indicated platform to commence another service, but we do not have to do that for some reason. Andrew, no, she just got her snuggles and carry back up. Oh, that's nice. Good man. Well, I mean, I don't know, Thierry. Whatever they announce, there's always going to be people that are excited for it and people that, you know, will voice their criticisms of it. You can't please both sides. Whatever happens, happens, you know. I have my views on it. And so does everyone else. We'll wait and see. I mean, whatever's coming in August or September, they got to get it right this time when it comes to launching their new product. I mean, the Train Sim mod launch was not good, arguably the worst I've ever seen. There we are. Took me 50 minutes. Oh, that's a long one. We stopped at Mount Vernon West, Wakefield, Woodlawn, Williamsbridge, Botanical Gardens, Fordham, Tremont, Melrose, Harlem 125th Street and Grand Central. We'll do one more service with the M3. Save the best till last, I suppose. Bugger. None with the M3. What about this one? That's an M3, isn't it? I'm not sure about that one. Oh, I might just pick one from the timetable. I've got an idea actually. Hang on. Let me get back into that a minute. What is that one? 737. I'll type that in the timetable menu. Let's click the M3. 737. Nope. Okay. Is it the M7 then? Bet you it is. 737. Yeah. Okay. Good thing I didn't click on that one then. Let's do one early in the morning. Yard move. Does it not do it? Crestwood to Grand Central Terminal. Oh, it doesn't. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. None at all. No. Oh, what a shame. Oh, never mind. Can't win. Oh well. Just have to use the M7 again. Oh, my mistake. I thought you could use the M3 on a little branch line. Operate local train service from Grand Central Terminal to Yankees E 153 Street. Alright, let's go. Okay. I better switch on the safety systems. Wheel slip, ATC set to the closed position. I can't stand ACSES. I tried it once and I won't try it again. I don't mind the challenge. I love the challenge of it. It's just really irritating hearing it, you know, time and time again in your headphones. Or coming out of your speakers or headsets. Whatever you know, I've already got enough noise as it is with the alerter and the ATC. Liam's camera died when taking footage from it. It took about 2 hours and only got halfway. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Liam. Thierry, I'd say they will definitely announce a west or east coast mainline route. Just to be free now. 30 quid, is it really? Oh, it should be a bit cheaper than that. That's just my view. We'll see whether we get a west or an east coast mainline. Might get both, you never know. Yeah, it is Banana Craft. It's every passenger route always has different challenges. I mean, certainly the metro style, you know, underground routes like your London Undergrounds, and in particular the route I'm playing today. Right, let's go to Harlem 125th Street. Into the darkness we go. Earlier, maybe TSW 1, 2 and 3 all put together. Could very well be the case. I write a lot of emails about it. I wouldn't be surprised knowing you, Liam. You're an email king, that's for sure. I can't stand writing emails. Who likes writing emails? Unless it's a good email, like, I don't know, sending pictures to your loved ones, maybe, from a lovely day out or something like that, or holiday, then fair enough. Cyber and I really hope Dovetail Games continue to work on existing routes because there's so much that can be done. It's important that each add-on is part of a growing train sim world. Indeed, there is a big problem with that though, because there is so many routes and loco add-ons in train sim world. I imagine it's at times probably impossible to keep a list of things that need to be fixed and when they can be fixed and if they ever get fixed at all. That's why I think, for future train sim worlds, the future direction of it, I think there needs to be a bit less content coming out of the pipework. This mountain of DLCs we have now, I imagine it must be exhausting for the dev team, to constantly be fixing things left, right and centre, be that a route that just came out or a route that's been out for 3 to 4 years. So I think less time making new stuff and, maybe spend more time, I think personally, fixing things. Because if you're not careful, you're going to end up not fixing the foundations, and that could lead down a very dangerous path where you have 50% broken game and 50% a kind of fixed game, and you don't want that, that's for sure. I mean, there's still lots of routes that need to be updated with a new sky and lighting system, let alone bugs and fixes. So the dev team certainly have their work cut out for Train Sim World, excuse me. Harlem 125th Street is exactly 3 miles away. Hey Max, nice to see you, hope you're well. Favourite US route to date? Well, glad you like it. I like it too. Harlem line has certainly been definitely one of the preferred US routes I tend to play. I mean, as far as US routes go, there's the ones I like are Sandpatch Grade, Peninsula Corridor, what else? Sherman Hill, Cajon Pass, Cane Creek, Horseshoe Curve, Northeast Corridor, both Northeast Corridor routes, the New York one and the Boston Sprinter one. The New York Trenton one, I don't know, I haven't experienced that yet. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Clinchfield Railroad. Can't forget that. Steep down, I'm starting to prefer more of the passenger North American routes rather than just freight. I'm getting a little bit tired with the freight side of things. Well, it's starting to rain. Where's the clouds then? Where's the rain clouds? Oh dear. There's some clouds over there, and there. Yeah, not much rain coming out of the sky. That's a bit odd. You see what I mean when bugs and fixes are not the only things to worry about for the dev team. You've got to upgrade the weather and the lighting and the cloud tech. Here we are, coming up to Harlem 125th Street. Or the end of the platform. And apply the brakes. There we are. Banana craft routes are really good now. They're starting to pick up on how they build routes. I'd say yes, but then again, I can't say a definite yes. I haven't experienced all of the routes that Dovetail have made for Train Sim World 3. I've got one more, which is the Manchester Glossop line. I haven't picked that one up yet. Haven't really experienced the Rheinstrecke, Münster Koblenz yet, or New York Trenton, so that remains to be seen. But definitely, from what I can tell from the Peak Forest stream, my word, Dovetail certainly up to their game regarding that route scenery. It looked in a different league. Maybe question, was it even made by them? Nice to see the blinds working. Do the blinds work? Kind of. Well, they do. But can you lower the blind? Ah, you can. Look at that. Oh wow. You see, every time I stream on a route that I haven't been on for Lord knows how long, it does feel like a new experience all over again. Like I've picked up the route for the first time today, even though I've had it for well over a year now. Right, let's go to our final stop, which is Yankee East 153rd Street. So we're going to go off the beaten path and down this little branch here. Now I would go to Croton Harmon this train, but obviously Croton Harmon is not in the game, or the track leading to Croton Harmon. Normally you get an AI train scuttling along this track But I haven't seen any freight trains today, unless Dovetail took them away. That is a possibility. I'll keep braking slowly until we hit the 30 mph speed limit. There we go. Oh, we got a speed limit of 25 coming up shortly. It's a good thing I managed to get under the 25. Oh no, it's changed again. This time we'll be going up to 45. There's not many crossings on this route, is there? I think there's none, isn't there? There's none. None at all. There's a bridge. Liam, imagine if thinking comes out because the company who brought Dovetail Games is not happy with the game and they want to start fresh and release one that they have from the beginning. Oh, that could be a possibility. Didn't think of that. But here we are at Yankees East 153rd Street. If I'm not mistaken, is this because of the baseball team that plays here at the Yankee Stadium? That's the first thing that comes to mind of the station name, is the baseball. Here we are at Yankees East 153rd Street. That's a walkway, is it? No, it's it's a road. I was going to say. Couldn't tell what that was. But yeah, there we are. Pretty much explored everything this route has to offer. Service-wise, of course. And I think that will be that. Oh, the destination blinds, you mean, Banana Craft. Oh, right, I see. Simon, yeah, definitely think they should slow down on new routes and concentrate on new trains to enhance the current routes and lay the foundations for future routes. Yeah, you pretty much said it to a T. And the timetables as well. Here I played like I've played Link Line, Strecker, Glossop Line, Peak Forest, and NEC Trenton, and the routes are definitely better than their old routes. I can agree with you on Peak Forest. I'm not sure on the other two routes because I haven't tried it yet. But Peak Forest, absolutely, 100% is very, very good. But yeah, there we are. That concludes this stream on the New York Harlem line. If you did enjoy it, then make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. The next stream will be this weekend on Sunday the 20th of August 2023, roughly 8:30 p.m. ish. I am going to try and get close to that time limit, but of course dealing with kittens and so on and so forth, that time pretty much goes out the window. What route it will be on, I actually have no idea, so it'll be interesting which route I choose to play depending on my mood that day. But I just want to say once again, thank you for tuning in. Always welcome your company, and I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.